fits in camera. Welcome everyone. Now if you follow my channel, you would know I've had a lot of lightsabers on this channel. And well, as you can see today, we've got another one. So we've had before N-Sabers, Sabe Neo, Art Sabers, and I've just been reached out by another company called AllySabers, and they asked me to choose one from the website, so I went for one that I've always wanted. This is a replica of the exact model and size. So let's crack it open. We're gonna start off with the case. So the case comes with these little locks here, and they're actually code lock. They are set to zeros. Don't know if you can change that, I haven't tried. I just love the fact that this comes with a locked case. Now the other ones that I've had, some of them have come in boxes, some of them have come in these sort of hard cases, but they're just clips. They're not, you know, physically locked like these are. So we're gonna crack this open. Ooh, ooh. The sound. Hello. There's one thing about this box that I've noticed, it hasn't got any markings on. There's no name of the brand. So I kind of like that, because when you have a certain branded lightsaber, they obviously vary in prices. If you're carrying around a box that's labeled with the brand and it's got locks on it, people know instantly what's in this. To someone else, this might be just a normal flute. It could just be a musical instrument. They don't realize inside here is a deadly weapon. Open this up. Oh. They need that, some like lights and stuff to like elevate the opening, a bit of music in there. It does come packed with foam and everything to secure this in place. Now, because I've gone for a certain one, it doesn't really need this much space. So there is a lot of empty space in this case, but you do get the stand, so let's open that first. All the stands come similar, cut out of this sort of PVP plastic that you'd use in like DT at school. This one's actually really easy to peel. Some of them are really hard to peel. But unlike the other sabers that I've used, this stand's different. It's nowhere near what I expected. I kind of like it. So with this one, you just slot it in and it creates this somewhat 2D stand that actually stands quite well. It's very simplistic compared to the others. The others are quite bulky. They normally take up quite a bit of space, where this one's nice and subtle. So I like that. We'll put that to one side. Let's go over the contents of manuals and the stuff that you get. So they give you a little manual on how to actually change the locks. I might have to try that out. Didn't know they did that. And then you get your USB-C cable to charge your saber. This is new, I've never seen this before. You get some companies, they just give you a standard Allen key. Some companies give you white gloves, where these guys give you an Allen key tool, which is awesome, because I've never seen anything like that. Nice little touch, you know, something so simple gives it a premium quality. Another thing I have not seen in a lightsaber company do before is actually supply you with a USB. This is a USB 2.0 and 3.0. In the back of the USB is actually a micro SD card slot. So you can take the SD card out of your saber, plug it into this, and add your own profiles and sound effects, lighting effects to your saber, which is insane. That's awesome. They still supply you with a little Allen key, but then you get all your bolts and stuff to obviously hold the saber in place in the handle. Then you have, so this is actually a shipping watermark to basically say they've tested everything on the saber and it's all passed, so they know if you've got one sent out and you go, oh, the lighting doesn't work, well, they tested it before they sent it, so that's down to the shipping company and not them. That's a cool little feature. I like that. Then the manual, which is absolutely huge, and apparently this comes with an app on your phone that allows you to change the lighting, the effects, like how easy they are to use. If you want to turn the sensitivity of the swing sounds up, there's so much lighting effects, everything in here. And I didn't even know you could get a saber with an application on your phone. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I'm trying not to give this away, but I mean, by the thumbnail and the title, you probably already know what saber this is, but it comes with a nice little attachment, and that has got a, is it the Jedi logo? I don't know. I'm actually stupid, aren't I? I've had that up there the whole time. So this whole time I've been all secretive about what lightsaber I've got. It's behind my head. Smart move, that is. So I might as well just get it out. Yeah, I might as well get it out. So just by looking at the length of this saber compared to your standard, you might already know who this is for if you haven't seen it up there already. This is for the one and only Grandmaster Yoda himself. Look at the size of that compared to my hand. That is tiny. That is beautifully balanced as well. It feels so swingable. Now they are constructed all of metal, and this is the Neo Pixoo version, so you can get obviously your standard RGB and things like that, but I went for the Neo Pixoo because I like the lighting effects, the sound effects and stuff. So this little bit on the back here you can actually take out, because that allows you to then get to the screw holes here to hold the saber in place, and then you just pop that back in and screw it in. Without further ado, let's get this plugged in. Ooh, satisfying that was. Okay, so that will then slot into the saber. That is so small. Oh, I love it. You can feel the tension of them. You know, you don't need to tighten them up too much, just enough. Keeping that saber from swinging out when you're in action. Screw that back in there and you are good to go. Quick question, has anyone seen the lightsaber that I believe Disney have come out with, which is a retractable saber? And I don't know how they've done it, but it literally I don't know if it's real or not, but it would be cool if it is. You have to let me know in the comments if it actually is a thing or not. But anywho, you can have it balanced on the stand like this, or you could just have the actual handle. I think the handle looks better when displaying. I don't think having the full saber on there looks good because it's too elongated on one end and then the small handle on the other. It doesn't bode well for me. If I ever do display, as you can see behind me, whenever I do display my sabers, I tend to have them just the handle, like you can see behind me here, I've got the two handles, but at the very top out of frame, I do have a full elongated saber on the wall. With this one, because it's so small, you could have it on the wall as the whole thing, but if you wanted it displayed on a stand, definitely just go with the handle. Without further ado, let's turn this on.
Power on.
That sounds crazy. So like all the sabers, they do have different sound effects, different lighting effects. I still struggle with changing lighting effects and sound effects on these because it's the Pixoo version and they have different sort of angles for different things. So if you point it down and turn it, it will change the color setting. Or if you on some of them, you point it down and you hold the button and then turn it and it changes the color setting. Still to this day, struggle with all the sabers I have on changing the colors, the lighting, the animations for it turning on and off. I kind of like where this one is. Very Yodery. I will change it to a different one though. Let's listen to what it does. I'm just going to hold it down.
The third hunter.
The third hunter. So as now you can hear the difference in the saber. As all Pixoos, they have the clash noise. And the button, if you click it. There's a lot to learn with these things, but do take your time because once you've learned it all, they are fantastic pieces of kit. Now moving on to a different sound effect and colour.
Broken ignition.
Oh, here we go. That was cool. Broken ignition. How cool is that? I'm hoping you can actually see the lighting of this. I might have to edit it in post to make it so it looks like it.
Unstable.
Unstable.
Rainbow blade.
Rainbow blade? What? Can you guys see this? Look at that. What? I was like in Mario for a second.
Cracked blade.
Cracked blade. So randomly does like these white spots in between. That's pretty cool.
Pulse.
Pulse. Oh, you can actually see it like sort of breathing.
The dark sword.
The dark sword.
Moonfield.
Moonfield? What the? What just happened? I want the Grandmaster.
The teacher.
The teacher, would that be him? I'm guessing the teacher would be Yoda because he was obviously the master. He would teach the Jedis. I'm guessing that's what I'm going to go with. That's some of the crazy effects that you can have. The rainbow colors, there's different effects of obviously the charge up or the animation of the saber itself. So let's go over a few things. Build quality, again, like every saber, perfect in the replica style. It's got the different functions. You've got the speaker at the bottom, and if you take the bottom base off, that's where the charging port is. Now with this being a replica, it's not just a random blade that they've created themselves. The price is higher because when it comes to replicas, they are a lot more collectible. People want them and they are in high demand. So this is coming in at £340, and some might think that's quite high, but you do obviously get your extras with it and all the different profiles inside. This price is for the Pixoo version, which is a 28cm blade as well. You can change the sizes of the blade, but the base kit with the same blade length, which is just your standard RGB, that's £218. So like I say, you pay for the extras that you're getting within the saber itself. They're all dual worthy, you know, there's no difference in the make of the handle or the blade itself. It's just what's inside the handle, with it being the brain technically of the saber. You're just paying for an upgraded brain. And obviously there are a lot of companies out there that are doing the same thing. It just depends on your preference of who you want to go with and what price range you're looking at. But when I've worked with all these companies, AllySaber are the only ones that I've seen with different blade sizes, so it sort of matches the handle. Because if I had the length of a standard blade on this handle, it would not feel like Yoda's lightsaber. It would just be too long. It wouldn't fit the aesthetic of the small handle, and I mean, it is a small handle. I can barely fit 2 hands around it, and that's obviously because Yoda only has 3 fingers. He's only small. He only needs that, and he's whipping around like crazy. But for me, this is a perfect replica. I mean, the detail is not crazy. You know, there's no little markings. It's just plain simple, exactly like the movie. I love how the blade size is such a, like, it fits in camera. And they're durable. You can literally smash these around, hit them off walls, and they wouldn't break. But the whole thing fits in camera, where normally I'm like holding it like this. So I just love how it fits the aesthetic of being the Grandmaster's saber. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you want to check out AllySabers, there's a link down in the description. And just a massive thank you to AllySabers for the sponsor of this video and allowing me to have such an awesome piece added to my collection. Capture, create, captivate. That's what we've just done here, and I'll see you all in the next one.